Hello friends, welcome to our channel. Today I'm going to talk about an interesting topic which is FDI from Japan, meaning foreign direct investment in India from Japan. Japan is the fourth biggest investor in India. Its total cumulative equity foreign direct investment FDI into India is around 200 billion, which is quite large. And this is the current situation. And if we talk about the potential and future growth with respect to the investment, it is going to be even larger. So if we go back to history, India and Japan have long cultural and civilizational ties. Many centuries ago, religion played an important role in bringing the two countries, India and Japan, together. Ties were established between the two countries when, with the spread of Buddhism via Korean Peninsula. The Meiji era, which is between 1868 and 1912, witnessed further cementing of relationship through cultural bonds. So, what began as a simple import of cotton from India in the pre-war days gradually changed, and in 1952, multiple avenues were created for diplomatic, business, and technical relationship. So, this is on culture. Now, let's talk about economic structure. So this is on a culture that India and Japan share many common things in our culture. Now, if we talk about the economic structure now, Japan and India are among the leading economies in Asia. If we compare both the countries' economy, it's quite similar. Japanese economy is highly advanced with the service sector accounting for 68% of the GDP, industrial sector 30%, and agricultural sector 1%. Similarly, the service sector is the largest contributor to India's GDP, accounting for 52%, agriculture and industry 18% and 30% respectively. The two countries therefore share similar structure, especially with regard to their dependency more on the service structure. So, cultural bonding and similarity in economic structure indicates that there is a solid base for the business relationship. Indo-Japanese relationship have undergone a paradigm shift, and there is now an ongoing effort to build strategic and global partnership between the two countries. The year 2007 described as a India-Japan friendship year. And also according to the survey conducted by Japan Bank of International Corporation JBIC in 2008, India has become a favored investment destination for long-term Japanese investment. So if we talk about, so there is a very good cultural match. The economic structure between the two countries is very similar, and there is a good relationship between these two countries. All this give a very good foundation for Japan to invest in India on a larger scale. Now I'm going to highlight some recent news which will indicate how the investment from Japan is flourishing, prospering, etc. First news, the Japanese government is offering its companies incentive to shift manufacturing base out of China either back home or to India or to Bangladesh. Second news, India has reached out to Japanese companies not yet present in country such as Nintendo, Hitachi, Taisho Pharma, Ono Pharma and Mizuno to set up operations here in India, and urged their presence to be in India. Third news, Japan has agreed to offer financial assistance to two companies, Toyota and Sumida, to diversify their manufacturing base to India as a part of its recent initiative to provide subsidy to companies relocating from China. Fourth news, more than 90 Japanese merger and acquisition transactions were completed in India between 2015 and 2020, averaging 45 million per deal and amounting to a total value of approximately 10 billion. Fifth news, there are over 31,000 Japanese business establishments in China compared with just about 5,000 in India. Several Japanese companies in China are keen to relocate due to growing economic uncertainty in that country post COVID-19 pandemic and its worsening relationship with the US and some other nations. So there is around a potential of 30,000 companies to change their base to India. So I've highlighted some important news which are recently came into the newspaper, which indicates Japan is going to look heavily into India as one of its potential market to invest. Now let me also touch base briefly on the major constraints faced by Japanese investors in India. This includes poor infrastructure, a complex taxation system, procedural hassles in custom clearance, and red tape. Further, many Japanese companies have lost out to stiff competition from South Korean companies. So all the constraints that I've mentioned are noted by government and Indian industrialists, and they are working upon it to resolve them as quickly as possible. So just to conclude, Japan is considering India as one of the most promising country to move its industrial base. And what does that mean to us? A lot of opportunities. To grab these opportunities, learning Japanese is must. So get connected with us, subscribe to this channel, write to us to understand more into this topic and have a great future ahead. Wishing you all the very best. Thanks for watching this video. Arigato.